Hi everyone, and welcome. Today, we're diving into a specific and often confusing error message you might encounter, especially on macOS systems. NVRAM error clearing firmware variables, iokit/common, not permitted. This message can pop up and leave you wondering what went wrong. Don't worry, we're here to break it down and help you understand how to tackle it. First, let's quickly understand what NVRAM is. NVRAM, or non-volatile random access memory, is a small amount of memory on your computer that stores system settings. These settings include things like your display resolution, startup disk selection, recent kernel panic information, and time zone. It's non-volatile because it retains its information even when your computer is turned off. Now, what does that error message actually mean? When you see NVRAM error clearing firmware variables, iokit/common, not permitted, it means your system tried to change or clear some of these stored settings, but it was blocked. The iokit/common part specifically points to a framework in macOS that handles hardware interaction and system services. The not permitted part is key. It indicates a permissions issue or a security measure preventing the change. So, why does this error happen? There are several common reasons. One major cause is Apple's System Integrity Protection, or SIP. SIP is a security feature introduced in macOS El Capitan. It protects crucial system files and processes from being modified, even by users with root access. If the system or an application tries to modify a protected NVRAM variable that SIP guards, you'll get this not permitted error. Another reason could be a corrupted NVRAM. Sometimes, the data stored in NVRAM can become jumbled or incorrect, leading to issues when the system tries to access or modify it. Issues during macOS updates or installations can also lead to this error, as the update process might attempt to modify NVRAM variables incorrectly or encounter existing corruption. Less commonly, attempting to manually modify protected firmware variables using certain terminal commands without proper permissions can also trigger this message. So, how do we fix it? We have a few solutions to try. The most common and often effective first step is to reset your NVRAM. You can do this by shutting down your Mac. Then, power it on and immediately press and hold 4 keys together, Command, Option, P, and R. Keep holding them until your Mac restarts and you hear the startup chime a second time. This clears out most NVRAM settings and often resolves the issue. If that doesn't work, you might need to check your SIP status. You can do this by booting into macOS recovery mode. To enter recovery mode, restart your Mac and immediately press and hold Command+R. Once in recovery mode, open Terminal from the Utilities menu. Type xrtl status and press Enter to see if SIP is enabled or disabled. If you suspect SIP is blocking a necessary change, you can temporarily disable it using xrtl disable in recovery mode terminal, perform the action that was failing, and then crucially re-enable it with xrtl enable. Disabling SIP should only be done temporarily and with caution, as it lowers your system's security. Another simple step is to try booting your Mac into safe mode. Safe mode performs a basic check of your startup disk and clears some caches, which can sometimes resolve minor system glitches. To enter safe mode, restart your Mac, then immediately press and hold the Shift key until you see the login window. If the error persists after these steps, a more drastic but often effective solution is to reinstall macOS. This ensures all system files, including those related to NVRAM and firmware, are fresh and correctly configured. You can reinstall macOS from recovery mode without erasing your personal data, though a backup is always recommended. Finally, if none of these software solutions work, it's possible there could be a hardware issue with your Mac's logic board or NVRAM chip. In such rare cases, seeking professional help from Apple support or an authorized service provider would be the next best step. To prevent future issues, always keep your macOS updated to the latest version. Avoid unofficial system modifications that might tamper with protected firmware variables. Thank you so much for watching and for spending your time with us today. I hope this explanation helps you understand and resolve the NVRAM error clearing firmware variables, iokit/common, not permitted message. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more useful tech tips and troubleshooting guides. We appreciate your support.